Hello there guys and girls, this is ThePrussianPrince with another Total War Attila tournament match. This one is going to be a Beta Flash tournament match. Yes, that's right, Beta Flash is back for real, it seems, in style. I mean, they've been hosting tournaments before, but I think now they're gonna host a lot more, at least I hope so. Yeah, this is the round 1 matchup between the Greek Iraklis and enemy, so yeah, it should be fairly interesting, I guess. We are of course playing on planes, and I'm in command of the Ostrogothic army, whereas he's playing as the Eastern Roman Empire. So at this point I'm like, okay, this is not gonna go well for me considering the matchup, but hopefully I'm gonna try and pull something out. So this build, we'll see how well it's actually gonna work, and you can see a difference here compared to Rome 2. You can actually see the pikes when they're up. I think in Rome 2 you really couldn't, so I think this is a change that was brought to Attila. Maybe I'm wrong though, and maybe you could see the pikes clearly when you were zoomed out, but I don't think that was the case in Rome 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course. So anyway, let's see my build. I have ranked Silver 2 Royal Sionis Brace General this time around. I have just a couple of cavalry units other than that. 4 rank 1, bronze rank 1 Gothic Lancers. These guys are very speedy, which is why I brought them, and can do a lot of damage to the main line that he has. He hasn't actually brought a lot of units, so I mean he hasn't really brought any sword infantry, so this unit is kind of like waits for me, I guess, and instead I should have gotten Germanic horsemen or something like that. But yeah, that was a mistake by me. We'll see the rest of my composition though. I have, let's see, I have 2 Germanic Spearmasters on my right flank, bronze 1, and a Germanic Spearman, bronze 2 on my left, with a Germanic Spearmaster, bronze 2. So that is a difference between my left and my right. My right is obviously stronger. Of course, I have some elite Ostrogothic pikes on the field. I have 4 of them, all of them rank 1 bronze. Then I do have some, let's see, I did bring some Germanic archers, 3 of them, just because why not. Then I have some swords on field 2, I have a couple of them, but very few. So 2 Gothic Warband, both of them are rank 2. This one, when I saw his army, which I'm going to go over very soon, you'll see that I'm like, oh crap, I'm just going to lose this. So anyway, let's see what he is actually brought. So he has his Magister Militum Fast Charge. So that is insane. And he has a lot of skirmishers, which I was surprised about. He has 2 Funditores on his right, 2 Sagittari over here. Make that 3 actually, and 2 more Funditores over here. I think bringing crossbowmen instead might have been a better choice. Crossbows to rush, probably a better choice than other skirmishers, I think so. That is why I would have suggested those instead. So definitely a lot of skirmishers by him. What is this? 4 Funditores and 3 Sagittari? That's a lot of skirmishers that he brought. Not entirely sure about that. I would have preferred Ballistari instead, or even Elite Ballistari. Let's see, we see also 4 Menolotoi that he brought here. And in terms of his cav contingent, his cav contingent. Has 4 Tagmaras in total, I believe. 2 on his left, 2 on his right, so that is pretty insane. And then in the center, he has 4 more cavalry units, 4 Scolae Palatina, basically. So this build by him is a huge power build. Like, the only weird thing about it is his skirmisher lineup. I can understand the Menolotoi, but I don't understand, like, all these Funditores and Sagittari. I guess, like, one thing, though, is he's worried that basically the one thing that can counter me would be a box or just crossbowmen, which is probably actually quite smart that he brought this, but I definitely think he should have mixed in some actual crossbowmen in his composition. I think it would have gone, I mean, it would have been a better build for him. But yeah, let's fast forward, because as you can see, not much is going on. Trying to do my best with the crossbowmen, but it's just like, I mean, I don't even have crossbowmen here. I just have Germanic archers, 3 of them. Why am I saying I have crossbowmen? So yeah, archers can do damage to the cavalry, of course, but not as quickly as crossbows do. So I'm just like, okay, how am I gonna play this? I sent out 1 Germanic archer on each flank, trying to activate Flaming Shot, and I do get some really nice volleys here, but not the whole unit fires, which is kind of odd considering I gave an attack order. So that is kind of weird, but I'm doing a lot of damage to that unit right now with Flaming Shot. But from the front, it's still not too much. Gonna move on my Elite Ostrogothic Pikes, and I'm really helpful. What did I just say? I'm really happy that he's using his Sagittari onto and Funditoris onto my Elite Ostrogothic Pikes, because I mean, yeah, they'll take HP damage, and it's gonna be pretty bad for me that they're gonna take all this HP damage, but it means my Germanic archers will be on the field for longer. I really don't need my Elite Ostrogothic Pikes this game. I need my Germanic archers to do damage to his Tagmatas. So if I get his Tagmatas out of the pictures, I might actually have a fighting chance this game. So yeah, I'm still doing damage with my Germanic archers over here. Also over here targeting his Tagmatas with fire projectiles. Again, those do the most damage to cavalry, so you should definitely think about using them against cavalry for sure. Here I see that he is kind of going out of position, so I'm just gonna go in with the Gothic Lancers and get some flanking charges on his units. But he's gonna actually get the charge off onto my unit, which is sad for my Germanic Lancer. I should have brought a Gothic Lancer. I should have brought Germanic Lancers because they would have held out a lot more. But I've got spear support. Over here looks like he's also trying to flank. Again, he's not attacking my center, but I've got a Gothic Lancer cap going in here for a nice charge. He actually microed his cavalry quite heavily over there, so really happy about that. Also doing a lot of damage. Look at his Stigmata starting to fall. Again, my Gothic Lancer died over here. Only 8 kills, and now my Spearmaster unit here is gonna die, but I get some really nice jab shots off onto the Scole Palatina, basically point blank. I'm doing lots of... Just look at this Tagmatas dying so quickly to my Gothic Warband over here. And they're just doing so much damage. They're not gonna throw their last volley though, which is a shame. I do get a charge off with the Gothic Lancers, that's good, but here he is keeping his units in melee. He's actually killed off one of my cav units, but got another Gothic Lancer charging in there, and I have actually killed his general, which is very important right now, I think. Yeah, because my general is very fine, but his isn't. He's gonna charge straight into braced Germanic Spearmasters. These guys will do well against the Scole Palatina. These guys won't do as well. As you can see, they got charged heavily, but his Tagmatas are starting to fall against my Germanic Spearmasters, so I'm really happy about the performance of my Germanic Spearmasters this game. And you can see his Scole Palatina and his general are dying over here. I just sacrificed 2 Gothic Lancers to kill them out, to take them out, so I really like the way that happened, but now his general is dead for sure. So now his general is dead. I guess I'm not sure what happened with the enemy general earlier, if somebody knew. Maybe I didn't, I interpreted it wrong. Ooh, nice charge into my Gothic Warband in the rear though. Massive damage. But my Germanic Spearmasters have done a lot of damage to his cavalry, so I'm kind of happy about them. And this one over here, 51 kills against all these Stigmatas. Very nice. You can see at this point his Stigmatas are starting to... He's losing a lot of his Stigmatas, which I'm very happy about. Because once I get rid of his Stigmatas, I'm going to feel pretty confident. But at this point, just... Even his Scole Palatina are going to destroy my Gothic Warband in melee. So this is not good at all for me, that engagement. And I'm not supporting with Germanic Spearmen, even though they're back. I'm going to continue kiting over here because I don't want to get shot by Sagittari and Funditoris. So not good at all for me if I get shot by those. But here finally my Germanic Spearmaster is off the field, but it's just the amount of damage it's done is significant. 50 kills, and this Gothic Warband still engaging in melee, stopping that Scole Palatina. Here he's not going to get the best charges off onto my Germanic Spearmasters. These guys will do very well against all these cavalry units. He's blobbing up just to kill my Germanic Spearmasters, but I've activated Headhunt on them. They won't break for a while at the moment. And this Stigmata is off the field. This Stigmata still on the field, but not for long, I think. And as you can see, I'm just kiting with my pikes. I don't want to engage his pikes with mine at this point. So just kiting and trying to take out his cavalry. As you can see, I'm doing some nice work on his units here. My unit here is kind of unfortunately facing the other way, so that is bad by me. But his cavalry is soon to be off the field. You can see me using fire arrows on his last, well, one of his last cavalry units, which I'm very happy about. This unit did come back for him though, this Scole Palatine, but I'm losing a lot of my Germanic Spearmasters, but they've gotten a lot of kills and basically against the other units. My elite Ostrogothic pikes here actually flanking his Menelotoi, so those guys will do well. Still going to flank me, but look at my Royal Sionis. It's gonna go in and it's gonna do a lot of damage on his skirmishes, basically, because it's got free reign. He's still not moving the Scully Palatine. Here he's getting into the rear of my elite Ostrogothic pikes, which is going to be good for him, but I've got a few Germanic Spearmasters that can come in support and kill the Scully Palatine. And yeah, some of my units are starting to rout, but he's actually going to rout these units off the field. So I think this is one of the best things he could have done with that Scully Palatine, I guess, to rout all these 3 units and stop them. So that point I lost my right flank, but just look at this Royal Sionis just hammering all his units, basically. Going to kill the Sagittari, then I'm going to go for the Funitoris. He still hasn't noticed the Scully Palatine. If he had noticed it earlier, he could have gone for my skirmishes, he could have gone for my general and stopped it and then shot at it with the skirmishes. Yeah, here his Menelotoi are getting pushed back by my elite Ostrogothic pikes. My elite Ostrogothic pikes not doing too hot here though. Or here, they're gonna get flanked soon, and I'm gonna start kiting back with my Germanic archers, even though they don't have ammo left. I'm just trying to make it appear that I have ammo left, but thing is, he can see my ammo if he is careful about it. Now he's going to disengage with rapid advance. Good choice by him. I don't have rapid advance though on my units. And just look at my general. He's getting a lot of kills, up to 420 kills at this point. This is a very good move by him though. Just 1 unit, not in pike phalanx, to rear charge this elite Ostrogothic pikes while the other unit is engaging from the front with pike formation on. So this is just very, very smart by Greek Iraklis, what he's doing over here. And now, since I saw this, I'm like, okay, I can't let that happen. I'm just going to charge in with these 2 units. And I did see that his units are not using pikes. They're like, okay, they're facing the other way anyway, so there's no way he can turn around in time and kill my units. But just look at how quickly he does it. He just turns them around, he puts on pike formation, and my units are going to get destroyed. Here he is pushing his Menelotoi into my elite Ostrogothic pikes, so I've gotten a few more kills on them. This unit is going to be off the field for sure, but yeah, not going too... I mean, it's starting to turn around in my favor. Look at the Royal Sionis, up to 508 kills. 512 kills, lots of kills on my unit. And I'm still going around with Germanic archers. This unit's of Germanic spearmen and is routing, which is bad for me, of course, since Germanic archer coming back to the field. But let's look at this engagement over here. My pikes are holding out very long despite getting piked to death. That's what I like to call it from all these angles. Got these Ostrogothic pikes moving up over here. I'm just going to start flanking with them. We're not flanking. I'm going to present this front. Then I'm going to move around with my general. But yeah, at this point it's actually kind of like turning around because his Menelotoi are doing significant damage on my units. He still hasn't noticed his Scully Palatine. He just noticed it, he pulled it back, but ended up losing the unit and now it's routing off the field. Look at this. These guys were on fire but no longer on fire. That's quite funny. So yeah, my Ostrogothic pikes here got killed without doing too much, sadly for me. And now his Menelotoi, he might actually be able to form a box, and this is what I was fearing, which is why I sent in my general at this point, and I'm trying to prevent him from forming a box. I'm starting to even flank around with my Germanic archers. And if I had ammo on them, this would be a sure victory for me, but at this point it's undecided. Gonna go for a rear charge here though. Going to do a lot of damage to this Menelotoi. Just look at it fall rapidly. I'm going to just disengage from the unit as quickly as I get in. Getting a lot of kills in that charge, and this unit is going to die. He's going to push up his pikes, but they're not in position yet. Now they're in position, but they're going to end up dying. Get a nice charge onto those pikes. Now my cabinet is going to start dying though, so I need to be careful with my general here, because yeah. But still, this one, my elite Ostrogothic pikes are, or at least should be able to kill these Menelotoi. Indeed, they do rout off the field. And a final rear charge into his last Menelotoi unit should rout them off the field. Of course, with Gothic Warband support as well. Pyrrhic victory. This battle was very, very close, but it was in my favor finally at the end. So yeah, let's look at the statistics. So you can see my Germanic archers, they really did work for mid this game. They really became cost effective. I mean, they killed all those expensive cavalry units like the Gmaras or even the General. That was very, very important. What kind of a job they did for such a cheap price too. Like, they're really cheap units. And very nice as well. You can see his Menelotto, 253 kills on these guys. Wow. Again, Funditores and Sagittari, not a lot done by them. But his cavalry, his Tagmaras, despite not getting the best engagements on me, they still got a lot of kills. Scoli Palatina, not so good though. But basically, all of his cavalry units should have gotten more kills, I think. But yeah, I kind of caught them out of position. Still such a close game though. You can see here the Sagittari and the Funditores, again, not being cost effective. Even his Menelotto at the end, but his general got destroyed as well. My archers was a huge turning point in the battle, I think. You can see my own Gothic Lancers didn't do too much. They were up against the Gmada cavalry, but I just had to slow them down, I guess, and then shoot them and provide supporting units into the main engagement. My elite Ostrogothic pikes obviously didn't do very well in general because I mean, these guys are still alive, but the ones that died basically died because they got whittled down by the enemy arrows and rocks, basically. So they just took so much damage from slingers and Sagittari, which was fine because that meant I could keep my Germanic archers to shoot at his cavalry and not be worried about getting my missiles shot by his. So I was very grateful that he didn't try and engage me in a skirmish fight. So even doing some damage on my elite Ostrogothic pikes is alright for me as long as I get to do damage with my Germanic archers against his Tagmata cavalry. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment or subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I shall see you next time.